So recently, I watched the movie Postman with Kevin Costner in it, and I started thinking I wanted to do a video to try to put into words, what I was seeing. Because in a way, this movie, along with others, are connecting, and it's connecting the Old Testament together. No shock, right? But it's connecting the Old Testament together. That when I'm watching these movies now, it's like it's making sense. Because I tell you, in the past, if I'd have watched this, I would have asked. My mind would have been stuck on why is there an African lion in this movie? What is it doing in a post-apocalypse world? But now we know, because of the book of Jeremiah, we're told, that the time will come where, what did it say? The lions will hunt in the cities, wolves and leopards will hunt by the roads at night. But if you fear and follow the Most High, He will protect you from them and the evil creatures. I just got to find the correct verse. But it tells you that there's going to be evil creatures loose. That's the only thing that's they're not showing you in these, movies. But I was watching it, and I thought it was interesting was when they start bringing up what caused the people to flee. Eventually it's a nuclear war, but just the whole thought process that they were talking about the people survived the insects first, and I was thinking, isn't it weird? Every year for the last 2 years now, there's been more and more of insects. Like, they tried to tell you, oh, the cicadas are going to be bad this year. I didn't have that problem where I'm at. Up here, I've had flies and yellow jackets. I've been like really, really bad the last 2 years. The neighbors have been complaining about it. I've been complaining about it, and I'm like, what's caused them to be in abundance? I asked my big sister, who lives down in Florida, hey, have you been swarmed by flies or yellow jackets? She's like, no. She's like, but what's been bad this year are the flying ants. So, leave a comment, just because I'm just curious. In wherever you live, have you seen? And I'm not saying this is what they're talking about, but have you seen the spike of specific insects, more than usual, like in your area? Because I'm just curious. Then they talk about the riots. Groups of people ganging together to, do their so-called racial cleansing, wanting pure, specific people to join their groups. They make a scene about it in the beginning when the Army of Eight is recruiting that they want pure bloods. And it's weird, right? As they say they want pure bloods, but they take a guy that's obviously melanated, and he's got melanated features. Maybe he's almost on the Sinbad type, of phenotypes. But it's like, he rejects the Mongoloid, but he takes the Negro, the melanated man. So I'm like, I don't know what he's really trying to say. And he's like, I need a pure-blooded army, But yeah, but he goes on to say, they're doing this for, they're having race riots. They're killing people based off of your appearance, And they said then these people survived a 3-year winter, which is always reminds you of, like, was that movie The Day After Tomorrow, where finally the ice hurricanes come, and everyone has to migrate either out of the south to Mexico or from the north to Mexico to survive until the world thaws out, right? And it makes you think about how they claim that they're putting all these seeds and these certain fruits and vegetables and all these seeds in these banks, and they're putting them and storing them, but they don't tell you why they're storing them. So you're just watching that, and it's like, that is interesting. But finally, the thing that was before the nuclear war, the thing that dropped the hammer on everybody was that they said then comes the plague, which you know what that means. In our modern day terms, what the plague is. They call them viruses, right? And it caused men to lose the capability to reproduce. I just can't remember what they called it, but there was certain symptoms that they looked for lumps and things like that. But and that, but then that, reminded me of when Lex explained, the what was it, the one, what was it? It's like 7 women will come to one man and ask, "Can we join your house?" You know, because in this movie, the character Kevin Costner plays, he does something that I just don't. I mean, I don't. It doesn't sit well with me. I don't care if they can't reproduce or not, but he sleeps with a married woman. And he gets the permission from the husband and yada yada yada. But I mean, still, you're married, and they do this all to make a baby. That doesn't sit well with me.